Welcome to Let It Go Tarot. Thank you for tuning in. This is love reading for Leo for January 2022. Let's start with Oracle cards to have an insight. Spirit guides, give me one card for Leo. Please take only things which you feel like you resonate with. If you will, please like the video. And if you like the channel, subscribe. Thank you. We have a tower. Okay, Leo, what's happening? We have perfect storm, the courage to step into life. Perfect storm. Have courage to step into life. It's like you experience some kind of turbulences. Definitely. It's my tower card. It's when you, perfect storm. You went through perfect storm. You went through something which meant to happen. This is definitely divine intervention. There was something which was cruel to you, and you have rejected the red flags to accept or see red flags. You already you didn't want to accept the situation for what it truly was. It's why the divine has stepped in and wanted to show you what you are really stuck in. Yes, and this is perfect storm, because the perfect storm is the storm which the outcome is about to uplift you. Yes, it's something which must to happen to uplift you, to change your life. But what's the last ingredient in this beautiful dish? Courage. You need to have courage to step into the life. You need to have courage to, regardless what is taking place or what took place, you need to stand up and make those first steps towards something better. See, I would say gratitude and being grateful for anything what you have. Definitely within the week, I promise you, if you wake up every single morning and list 3 things you're grateful for, I promise you, within the week or 2, your mood, your attitude will change. And if you have any depression, you will see the light, you will see the signs of recovery. This is what took me out from my depression. And I always will say it, gratitude. There is nothing better than this. Like, whatever you have in your life, be grateful for. Start kissing it. I'm kissing my thumbs. I'm kissing even sometimes my car. It's like, and then you will see appreciation from the universe. You will see more things happening in your life automatically. I promise it, because it's a law of attraction through your emotions. You're communicating with the divine, but you're still constantly being in depression. You cannot tune into that connection. Okay, let's see what's happening at the moment in your life. What's happening in the moment in your life? 9 of Cups, being happy. Wait. Stuck. 8 of Swords. This is what I felt as well. It's like you stuck on wanting to be happy, making yourself happy. Or you stuck, you cannot be happy. You don't feel happy. Even you feel like you have plenty things. You might be feeling like you have plenty things to be grateful for. You might have plenty things which you know it's supposed to make you happy, but you're not. You feel like it's more like a cage, like somebody imprisoned you, like somebody gave you something and told you, because of majority of people are happy when they have it, you're supposed to as well. And this is an algorithm, here you go, you have to follow. And you're like, but it doesn't make me happy. It's not where I want to be. It's not what but I feel for some of you don't even know what you want. But it might be, if this is the case, then the majority of you, I feel like this is because you've been too long in the situation when nobody has been asking, maybe from even in your childhood, nobody has been ever asking you, what do you want? What makes you happy? Nobody been ever interested to the point that you had to stop listening to those nudges, to those, your instincts, your intuition. To be able to survive, to be able to blend in, to be able to fulfill somebody else's needs and desires. And it's like you right now, caged again in your adult life, because you follow the patterns which probably you've been taught in your childhood. Okay, in your thoughts, I don't know, you will be meeting new people. Look, there's nothing, but I feel like I have to scratch it. Okay, in your thoughts, new people might help, yes, because they might This would be nice, wouldn't it? If you met somebody who would ask you, what do you like? And you will be like, oh my gosh, I don't understand the question. Why you don't understand the question? Because nobody ever asked me that. And it will be sad. No, you shouldn't. And this is the perfect storm. You realizing something. You are finding out that you don't know the answers to the most simple questions. What do you like? But this is something which is supposed to uplift you. This is something which is supposed to release you. This is something which you're supposed to feel freedom is coming. Yes? It's like maybe you don't know the answer today. But it doesn't mean that tomorrow it will not change. Do your research. If you don't know what you like, try everything. This would be an adventure of itself, no? Really, go try horses, diving, I don't know, skydiving, or I don't know. If you don't like sports, then try, I don't know, theater. Try everything. And if you fall in love in something, stick to it. You might meet new people. Look, in your mind, you want new love. Ace of Cups. New love, new love, new love, new love, new love. And this is why you're not happy. I feel you might have plenty things around, but you don't have that feeling, fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. You want to meet somebody. You want to meet somebody who either ask you those questions or is able to understand you. We have Page of Wands and Six of Cups. The past, dating, new love. In your thoughts, you want to date your past, the people from the past, reminiscing. You hoping, for some of you, hoping that the past person, you're hoping to reunite, that the past person will talk to you passionately again and will offer you a cup of love. If the past didn't work out, leave it in the past. I will tell you something. It's like with the job. Listen, it's like with the job. If you decide to resign and you give the resignation and your boss will convince you, will give you the salary raise and convince you to stay, tell me, do you know anybody who would stay for long? No. When you make that decision, there is nothing. You will stay, definitely. You might stay for the money, because the job is just the money, but it will be for a month, for a two, and your emotions are gone since you put the resignation on the table. This is the same with past people. Once you guys let it go, it's very difficult, if possible at all, to rebuild. But you going through the tower, you're stuck in your mind on your happiness. You feel like there might be some of you thinking that the past person is your happiness. And you're stuck on them. You cannot think without them. Which is not necessarily good. Because this is... The spirit guides want you to go for the adventure. They want you to see what you truly love and like. Because there shouldn't be anybody telling you what you're supposed to do with your life or what you're supposed to like. If that person from the past used to be like that, you have to consider it as a toxic relationship, yes? Let's see what's happening in their life, okay? What's happening in their life then? What's happening in their life? Magician. We have Magician. Gemini, Virgo energy, and Seven of Wands. They are defending themselves from some kind of magic, from some kind of manipulation, from some kind of... They are defending themselves from manipulation. They don't do well. It's either them thinking that you're trying to manipulate them, or they are defending themselves from people trying to walk over them. Some kind of let's see what the Magician is about. I feel like they struggle at work at the minute. It's like they already starting paying a karma for doing something to you. I don't know. It looks like they have to defend themselves in places and with people who they never would even thought that they can have bad intentions towards them. It's like people are changing their hearts and their minds towards that person. Because maybe when they heard what that person has done to you, they can't unsee it. And we have the one card has left here. And we have Page of Wands. Page of Wands. Again. The immaturity. This is like our kids we have. Defend themselves from manipulating kids. 3 of Wands. Plenty of Wands. See? Immaturity. Still waiting. They defending something which they manifested. And they still waiting for this to come to fruition. For somebody to talk to them. They either has to defend themselves from somebody who's trying to take advantage of them. Or they are defending something which they manifested and it didn't still come to fruition. They're still waiting for some type of passionate communication. Passionate action. It might be that they left you for somebody else and they still hoping that it will come to fruition. It's something to build upon, and that person is leaving them as well, or not communicating at the moment with them, or they are waiting for your communication. Okay, we have 3 of Wands in their thoughts again. This is somebody who is thinking, who definitely is waiting for something. They might be silencing you at the minute, not talking with you at the minute, but this is because they're waiting for something better. But they still, I feel they still keep a touch on you. It's like they didn't say something. This is somebody who is keeping a brief on your neck. It's like, and you feel it because you're still waiting for them to communicate with you and offer you a new love. The cup of love. But if they are doing this, if they still keeping a touch on you, still kind of giving you an impression, it's like mixed signals, yes? It's still giving you an impression that they might feel like they made a mistake and they might come back. This is only because they're still waiting for somebody else. Could you imagine that? Because that person didn't connect it with them, didn't do what they promised. Yes? And they still defending. They still want this to come to fruition. 5 of Swords in reverse in their thoughts. Because they feel, look at that, they're still waiting for somebody to come to them. And it's not you, I'm so sorry. But this is because why they still waiting and why they still keeping in touch on you. Because they don't want to lose. They don't want to look like a loser. Yes? They don't want to be defeated in this battle, whatever the battle means for them. Somebody who wants to win by any cost and they don't want to lose that battle they created, they started. Which is nasty piece of work. If they will come back to you, it's only for a moment, for a comfort zone, for them to recuperate and search for a new supply. It looks like you're dealing with a narcissist who cannot be even for 5 minutes by himself, by herself. And they love jumping between supplies, but if that supply which they are aiming at the minute will not work out, they will come back to you only for a moment, to get rest, recuperate and find other supply. It's like they making you a garage supply. Whenever they want, they take it from the garage, and whenever you are not needed anymore, you will go back on the shelf in the garage. Okay? What's the advice from the spirit, guys? Look at that. The anxiety and King of Wands. We have 9 of Swords and King of Wands. It's like own your life and let them to be anxious. It's like you're not able to teach that person anything, especially when they don't want to learn anything. Yes, it's like you meant to stand, get the power back and leave them in anxiety. Let them to be anxious. Yes, it's like don't chase something which loves to be chased, because you will be a chaser for the rest of your life. It's like don't give into that game anymore. There's somebody who wants to win the game, but it means they play games, okay? They might be still waiting for you to chase them. But it would be at the moment still for only for their pleasure, for them to keep you still bonded to them, because they still protecting their own manifestation with somebody else. But it might be that they waiting for you to chase them, because I feel like here as well. But the spirit guides are telling you, take the power back, and if you want to change the dynamic here, if you still can manifest this relationship back, which I wouldn't strongly not advise, but it's like then you have to change the dynamic of the relationship. You have to start being the person who is followed, who is, because this is a leadership. You're supposed to be a lead, take a lead in this relationship. And if they want, they're supposed to be anxious and they're supposed to be scared losing you, not opposite. Okay? What will happen if you follow the advice? What will happen if you follow the advice? 10 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, and it might be with that person. It's like, okay, wait. Moment. And stuck. The Hangman. 10 of Pentacles and Pisces energy, Hangman. Being stuck in the relationship, in the family, gaining a new perspective. If you follow the advice, if you allow that person to be anxious by themselves, and you will decide to lead either in this relationship or in your own life, then you will change the perspective on what the life and family means, what wealth means. Family, it doesn't mean two people together forever. It's not that. Family is something else. Family is trust. Family is loyalty. Family is being one for another. Not only between two people, but if you have a kids, this is your family. If you have parents, this is your family. You have to remind yourself who truly is family. Your family is where is trust. If you don't have anybody who you can trust to, this might be even your friend, yes, if you trust them. If you don't have anybody to trust to, guess who you're supposed to trust? To yourself. Changing the perspective on what family means. It might be you by yourself, to yourself, trusting yourself enough. Could you imagine how powerful and how powerful it is? Trusting yourself, trusting your decisions, trusting that you will make correct decision, trusting that you know how to not allow people to put you in an anxiety. Trusting yourself that you will live the best life. Changing a perspective on what family means. And maybe this is your lesson. Maybe this is your lesson to know that family cannot be created with people who cheat, with people who demands you, bring you some kind of towers, bring you a storm, creating a storm, lashing out, moving out to the hotel and waiting for you to chase them with crying and begging them to come back. It's not family. It's abuse. Very, very toxic abuse. And it never will change, because people who does this, they love it. You are their supply. And this is a toxic supply. This builds their ego. It creates adrenaline boost in their bloodstream. And if you are dealing with somebody like that, you are cursed, because those people cannot feel enjoyment from anything else, which means it never will change. It will only increase, because together with adrenaline boost, they want more. Which means next time, what will be next time? They will cheat on you, yes, if it didn't happen already. What has happened between two of you? Past lives. You meant to go through this lifetime, through whatever you're going through with that person as well, because you have both a contract which you have to resolve, sign off, cancel, whatever. What do you think about them? Ex-lover, I hope so. You think that they meant to stay in this energy. Ex-lover. No more gaslighting, no more abuse. What they think about you. That this is you who is unfaithful. You, unfaithful. And this is horrible person, because that person thinking that you're not chasing them is it means you're not loyal and you're unfaithful. They are delusional, and I would say even in danger, because if they are blaming you for their games, they blaming you for, because it's a proper projection, yes? They blaming you for their thoughts, and you are in danger because you have to ask yourself, what's next? What fucking next game will be? Because it will be not enough. It will not give them enough boost. I hope it will help somebody. Thank you for watching.